Hello, this is Sassy77 and I'm bringing you some more of my Grogu collection. This is going to be a little bit more hodgepodge of stuff, and as I promised when I started on these videos, I would include my very first Grogu. He was by himself for several months, probably even a year. And this was the only item that was out. He's so simple. He's a vinyl head, vinyl hands, and he's a little squishy bottom. So this is my favorite, even though I have the ones with the bells and whistles. If you've seen the other videos, this one's my favorite because he was the only one for so long, and it took a long time to get him because they didn't have products out when the show first came out, and he was hard to find. So found him in the middle of lockdowns and limits to how many people could go in the store and face masks and all of that stuff to get him. So I'm going to move him out of the way. Here is a tiki cup that my husband found for me one day, brought it home because I was having a rough day, and he saw it and thought of me. I don't drink out of it or anything. It just kind of sits on a shelf. This it's a very neat one. It's tiny. Everything looks big in this video because of the camera angle, but this is little. And it's one that I got off the Disney website. It has like this little flat piece, and it's a magnet so that you can sit Grogu on your shoulder. The first year I had him, we actually put him in the Christmas tree to fill in a gap in the artificial tree. Okay, now this is a toddler chair that I bought for my niece, my baby niece, to sit in when she comes over. She doesn't really sit in it that much, but she did get one for her own house at Christmas. So we do think the next time she comes over, she's going to be more likely to sit in him instead of just feeling his ears or looking back and forth across all the things that are Baby Yoda. One thing that's neat about this, of course, we're too big to sit in it. JJ's too big to sit in it. You see her walking by. It's suede feeling, so it's very soft, and it's a bean bag. So that one is a good one. Let's see. So this one, you see, I hadn't even taken off the tag yet. Probably once she starts sitting in it. She'll turn 2 next month. Or no, this month, because today is April 1st. So we'll scooch. And this next item is a gift. And I haven't found where to hang it yet. But it has something that's so awesome. And I'm going to reveal it now. Where to start? This is, R2-D2. If you've seen any of my other videos regarding my original trilogy collection, you'll know that R2-D2 is my favorite all-time droid to Star Wars. Hands down. Nobody comes close, in my opinion. And this episode, when he showed up, I knew he was going to show up because I do read spoilers for this show. I don't for every show, but I do for this show. So I knew what was going to happen. I knew he was going to show up. So I did the usual, knowing it was Luke, I cried when we were going to get what we wanted to see from Luke in the sequels. So yeah, shed a few tears as Grogu and Din were saying goodbye, and he did the face reveal. And when Grogu gets set down on the floor, and I knew it was coming. And then when R2 came out and he was his beepy, happy self and so excited and they interacted, I cried even harder. I cried harder for R2 than I did for Luke. Because the sequels screwed him too. Even when I thought I liked the sequels for a while, I went through that phase where I was like, oh, this is what we got. I'm happy with this, whatever. It always bothered me in The Force Awakens that when Luke disappeared, R2 went into standby mode for years. They had him under a tarp I just found that so profoundly sad because he was such a big part of the other 6 movies. I mean, he's the piece. It's almost from his point of view. The whole story's almost his point of view in a way. So I sure cried the hardest over this one little scene. But you know what? We got what we wanted. We got some R2. We got a little bit of him and Boba Fett. Whenever they can make him show up and he's his usual chirpy, spunky, sassy, happy self, I'll be glad. It does not matter what the circumstances are around it. I'm always glad to see him. And I'm hoping to add an animatronic of him to my collection eventually. Kind of like I do for Grogu. If you look at some of my other videos, if you're new to my channel, I have some original trilogy collection videos out there because I am a lifelong fan of pretty much all of it. And R2's my favorite. So I have the most weird stuff of R2, but he is my favorite droid. My favorite humans are a little bit, there's a long list of that. But R2's definitely my favorite droid. So this right here, him and Grogu together, was just too cute for words. And I really wish we could get a show about just them two. Maybe just an animation. Just those two interacting. Because I think, you know, if he was supposedly with Luke for 2 years, then I think that there's some stories to tell there. And animation might be the best, cheapest way. And it might be, you know, then one little kids movie or TV show. I think that would be perfect. Lucasfilm, pay me if you end up doing this. But anyway, if you've lasted this long listening to me yaddle, just go back and forth and yammer a little bit too much, I appreciate it. Please take a look at my other videos if you haven't already. There's several new members or new subscribers to this channel. The plan is for the next few days or a couple weeks, I will try to put together a video. I think I have just a few more things in my collection that I haven't covered for Grogu. I do plan on doing another original trilogy video, but back to the Grogu one, the very first Grogu video that I posted was the remote control. And that was when I first got it in 2021. 2021. And when I first got it, I didn't know how to work it. So it's been a while since I've used it. Here comes Kiddly. You saw JJ throughout, but Kiddly has been sitting behind me this whole time. And you'll see. Check out some Kiddly and JJ videos if you're checking out any of my older videos. I think they're too cute for words. But back to remote control Grogu. I do plan on doing a more detailed video where I talk about like the remote control features and what he does. Because if you watch that 8-minute, I think, of what I spliced together of me just trying to figure out how to work it, I think I have him running into stuff and everything. There's things he can do. I cannot show on video, I don't think. But the remote control, you can strap around your wrist and press a button and walk around and he follows you. So it's pretty neat. So I really do want to get around to making that video. I just need it to be real quiet. I need to read the instructions because I really do just have it on display and really don't play with it all that much. I'll try to put some links to this merchandise down in the description or in our pin a comment. Thank you so much for taking the time if you've made it this long. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe and comment. It does help the algorithm. Some of my stuff has no views and then some has a bunch. So I really would appreciate helping me out with that. And thank you again so much for your time. You have a great day. Thank you.